Who is
I feel
that?
like Beaker.
Who is...
That sounds fun.
That's somebody's car.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Welcome to String
didn't it?
Theory.
Going off the rails within 10 seconds.
Welcome to String Theory.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday, and I'm very proud to say that my wee brother has come, Decota McNamara.
Hello.
He's here with us tonight, and came over this afternoon for a few tunes and just hanging out, and we don't get to do this very often. It's just too goddamn long between times.
Far too long.
And of course, brother Chris Coote, the lovely Ginger, is in the building.
He's live and uncensored and demonetized and everything.
Oh, yes.
And a lovely Ginger.
Want to thank our partners, Boucher Guitars, Levy Straps, G&G Music in Antigonish, Fantasie Music in Halifax, K&K Sound, the best pickups in the world, Gallagher Guitars in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Thanks, David Mathis. Had a successful weekend at Merle Fest this last weekend, which was incredible. Recording King, Alvarez Yerry, Chris Meikle over in London, England. Thank you so much. And Yamaha Music Canada, some of my favorite guitars and products ever. James Martin Instruments from Ireland, Audio Sprockets, Mr. James May, inventor of the Tone Dexter, D'Addario Strings, Brickhouse Guitars, Joshua House Guitars, our builder friend in Goderich, Ontario, Apollo Picks, Nick,
Oh dear.
best picks in the world, Tone Right, and Close Guitars,
It's very close.
Opry Music Store in Mirror Machine, New Brunswick,
The Mirror Machine.
and a brand new partner. Exciting, very exciting. Cody Guitars from right here, almost right there.
Over there.
Right there.
That way.
That-
Cody
Just over
Guitars by Eric McLean. Eric McLean, I think. Remember his name? My brain is fried tonight. Dakota made me play too many tunes. Yes, he did. Yes. Yes, it's very good. Cody Guitars, incredible electrics that we're going to be featuring actually next week with Eric McLean. He's going to come down, bring 4 or 5 of his best instruments down. Good Canadian builder.
They are gorgeous. Check out his website.
Yeah, just go search Cody Guitars, Cody, and man, the guy is really is doing some shit.
I can't believe he's right under our nose.
Yeah, virtually next door to us, and so there we go.
Mm-hmm.
We're proud to be here.
It's Wednesday. It's that day, everybody. It's Fiddly Dee Potatoes.
Fiddly Dee Potatoes. And there's the
Good day to be in
list
the
of
studio.
the people that love us and
Yes.
that help us all the time.
Fantastic.
Let's let Clucky. There's
Clucky can just sit there all day, all night, and there you go.
Yeah, that boy.
And so very good to be back with you as we come here every Wednesday night and spend time with people that are just too bored to do anything else.
Whose lives are so small that this is all they have.
Pretty much. They just come in here and, hang out with us arseholes. And
It kind of takes the heat off the suicide prevention hotline.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think so.
You guys are twisted.
I
We
want
are.
to just say a very special thank you as well to Mark, whose last name I didn't get down, damn it. But he actually went to G&G Music and dropped off 24 beer for us and left me a beautiful note at the concert we did up in Antigonish this last weekend. And I'm actually drinking one of the beers he left. This is the Railway City Sideshow. Called the Ringmaster. It's Mango Milkshake IPA. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Mark and Railway City.
Are you enjoying one right now?
Yes, Mango Milkshake IPA. I'm enjoying one right now.
It looks delicious. It sounds incredible.
It tastes incredible. It might be my new favorite beer. Anyhow,
Anyway,
Moving on.
good show, by the way. Saturday night
Yes.
with your brother Dave Gunning
Yes.
and And that young punk Judd Gunning.
Yes, that young punk. Which reminds me, I'm going to do this too. David and I have dates approaching in Cape Breton, which is going to be very, very special. We are playing the Island Nest.
Which is right in my hometown.
That's right.
Yeah.
Up in Ile Madame, Ayrshire, on October 2nd and 3rd. Now, the 2nd is sold out. The 3rd is not. And we want to get that sold out because we just do. It's a great venue.
Reasons.
And what?
So because reasons.
Because reasons.
Because reasons.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a tremendously good venue. David played up there by himself a few weeks ago and just absolutely loved it. And it's good people running that place. And we need more venues like that. So I really want to, if you haven't got a ticket yet, October 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it's October the 3rd, I think, which I believe is a Sunday night, which may be the reason why it might be a little slow to sell all the way out, but let's do it. I'm going to put some live Facebook things up this week, and so is Dave. Don't miss this, because it's the type of venue that we really kind of enjoy playing.
You sparkle in.
We do.
Sparkle.
The small room is where we sound the best. And they do drink a lot of alcohol on that island, so that's another plus for us. That the drunker you get, the better we sound. Much like string.
Especially true in Dave's case.
Yes, much like string theory. If you're
Poor guy's
getting
coming along,
if
though,
you're,
isn't he?
yeah,
He's coming along.
If you're getting a few drinks while you're watching this show, we sound like we know what we're talking about, right?
Most of the time.
Most of the time,
It's almost as if.
almost as if.
It's almost as if.
Kazif, yeah.
So,
I got kicked in the Kazif once. Okay, so
Capo Corner?
Capo Corner.
Who are we talking to?
Well, Capo Corner tonight is one of our second longest partner in this endeavor, and I'm telling you right now, he's
He's the man.
He is.
Man with the plan.
He's a shining example of the type of music stores that we have been partnering with. Literally, fashioned after guys like Glenn Gotel, G&G, Stephen McNeil, not the premier.
The musical premier.
The musical premier of those.
The current
musical premier. This is a guy who just knocks it out of the park with that store down there. Same as Vince Mullen. And I hope that we find a store in each province right across to Vancouver that does like these guys do. So we're going to call Mr. Stephen McNeil and just have a quick chat with him. We've talked to the other two stores over the last couple of weeks. And this man's a great friend to us and a great friend to me. And so here we go. It's ringing. Hey, Steve McNeil.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing excellent. Yeah, it's funny. You're calling me tonight. It's my 8th wedding anniversary with my wife, so that's pretty funny. We're celebrating that tonight, and just
Well,
good
good
on
Lord.
time.
all tonight. I was like, I thought that was awesome when you told me it was tonight. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll get away for 5 minutes there and
All right.
say hi.
Well, we won't hold you up, brother. Just tell us a little bit about the store and the lines you carry, and just introduce yourself to all the folks who might not have already met you, because you've been involved from the very beginning. So there's been a ton of prize winners that got stuff from you. So and we're proud.
Yeah.
We're so proud to have you involved. So just say hello to
Right on,
everybody.
man.
Tell them about the store.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't made it down already or checked us out online, we do sell mostly stringed instruments, Yamaha guitars, Recording King, Boucher, Alvarez, Court, mostly acoustic guitars. We got a pretty good selection of electric guitars as well, but JP's really helped us bring in some higher end guitars, like partnering up with Boucher, and then we carry the top of the line Yamaha guitars, like we got the LL56 in stock right now. So something for everybody. Orders are open again. Pop on down to the store and check it out. We're open 7 days a week, and we love to see you.
Yeah. Well, I just want to tell everybody, we sort of have a trinity going with these 3 stores now, and it's just really good. I'm just so proud that you're still with us all this time, and I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done for String Theory and for me. And you really helped facilitate a lot of the things that are going on, like my Yamaha deal and reconnecting with them, and I really appreciate how you hung in there with us for that, and it made a big difference to everything we're doing.
Not to mention that night he bailed me out of jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bailed Chris out of jail. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Right around the corner. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
well, no, right back at you every day. Someone walks in the store and says, I watched JP's show, and he mentioned the store, and they pop in. They want to see some guitars that you just wouldn't, find at a Long and McQuaid, maybe. I mean,
that's right.
There's not many other stores around here, so I mean, yeah, that's. We're just trying to carry some different stuff, and it's kind of a shame whenever nice guitars come in. They just go out the door just as fast as they come in. So it's hard to keep everything in stock, but we do have a great selection for sure. Yeah.
Well, there you go, and you'll be letting us know in the next little while what your contribution to the grand prize is going to be in about 48 weeks or so. And or so whatever, how many weeks that 24? What was it?
48 weeks.
Yeah, it's not a
Whole
year.
40,
20,
40
it's not a year.
brain.
112 weeks from
Yeah.
now. Anyhow,
In the next 3 centuries.
the next 3 centuries. But yeah, we'll let you hold on to that secret for a little while when you decide what you're going to give out. And so thank you so much for
Happy anniversary.
and happy anniversary.
Yes, happy anniversary.
Michael
Yeah,
Easter says that
thanks so
a
much.
traditional
Right on.
gift
Cheers.
for the 8th anniversary is a boucher.
Yes, one of our watchers says the traditional gift for 8th anniversary is a boucher.
Yeah. Well, I get to clean them all up at the store every day. So
There you go.
yeah.
Perfect.
All right, brother. Well, you
Dream
enjoy
come
your
true.
evening. You enjoy your evening, and thank you so much for being with us all this time, man. I really appreciate you.
Hey, my pleasure. Yeah. No, we appreciate you very much, and thank you so much for your help pointing people in our direction. Absolutely.
Yep, there you go.
You
boys.
guys have a great show, and we keep it running all day long in the shop, so people can just drop in and hang out and watch the show if they want.
That's so cool. Yeah, we're on the big screen in his shop all day long. It's just so funny. It's great.
Damn right, because we wouldn't fit on a
Yeah,
small screen.
we wouldn't fit in a small
You
one.
need at least a 48-inch.
Yeah. All right, brother. We love you. Take care of yourself, Stephen.
Cheers. Have a great night, fellas.
Okay.
We'll see ya.
Bye-bye. And there you go. There's Stephen McNeil.
So where exactly is his
Fantasy
shop?
Music
So for those-
is right on Spring Garden Road in downtown Halifax, directly across from Tim Hortons.
Perfect.
It's right beside the BMO as well. You can find it down. It's easy to find. It's just around the corner from all of that stuff. And go see the store. It's
great.
It's
a
really.
great
They've got some
It
great
is.
gear in
It's
there.
tremendous store, and he's got so much cool gear in there.
And they do lessons and they do all kinds of different stuff.
They have a rehearsal space.
Yeah.
They have a master guitar room where they keep all the really high end stuff downstairs. They have a master bass
Yeah.
display down there.
Master
Everything.
bass.
Oh yeah, they got yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right then.
I just,
All right. He's fitting in well.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna work out freaking great, boy.
just have another drink of this and there we go.
Potatoes.
Yeah,
Happy
Happy
Wednesday.
potatoes.
Who's the first person that we're going to not answer their question
Yes,
for?
who is the first Christian tonight?
Well, the first one's a super chat from David Belcher.
David.
That's new.
David
That is
Belcher.
new.
I feel like it's not.
Is he related to Bob Belcher?
Or Gordon
He's got
Belcher.
that
Giant
burger
Belcher?
joint.
Giant
Is he Giant's cousin? Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway.
Oh dear. He says, greetings from Eugene, Oregon.
Whoa!
Enjoying
Damn!
Master Music Method and String Theory. Cheers, fellas.
Thank you
Cheers.
Cheers.
so much. We love you. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. I just
Eugene, Oregon.
Eugene, or I've been there.
That's a good
I've been
place.
through that town. It's a beautiful place.
Oregon.
Oregon's
Yeah, that
such a
Eugene's
great...
quite the fella, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
beautiful,
only one
beautiful
Eugene in
spot.
Oregon.
Nice fella. Nice
Get
fella.
that right.
Stupid, but nice fella.
Where's my best? Next.
We have a super chat from Jeff Gallant.
Jeff Gallon.
Cheers, Jeff. You got your hat?
Yes.
I got the notification that you
Attaboy,
had signed
finally
for
got your
parcel.
hat, damn
Yes, he
it.
says thank you for the swag. And he's wondering if our guest, Decota, can play the Mr. Potato Head theme song. By that he means Cam's theme song, who is with us tonight on time.
Hey, Cam.
Really?
Yes.
Mr. Potato Head.
He calls him Mr. Potato Head.
I called Cam Mr. Potato Head one night.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Seems
think
to
Dakota knows that.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think I know it.
Cam's theme song?
Cam's theme song.
I don't know Cam.
Cam McMaster.
Yeah, well,
is
that-
with us in the house.
Yeah, but that's just it's all freestyle ad lib.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Wow, that's a lot of ad lib.
that's a lot
I'll
of
see if I can learn it. though.
That's a lot of freestyle happening right there.
it's a lot of something happening.
More like a
there.
runaway locomotive.
All y'all kiss my arse.
Oh,
Now, who's next?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, next.
There's a notification that Mr. Cam McMaster, speak of the devil, has been a member for 15 months.
What?
Sweet.
And his note that goes along with it says, for my milestone chat message, I'd like to say that I've never been so happy to be part of something in my life. Cheers and thanks to all.
Cheers, Cam, brother.
I know one of
Pick
these.
that up, would you?
I'm trying. Cam McMaster, he's been here for 15 months. Cam McMaster, when he's golfing, he can't say much. Cam McMaster, he's watching us with Dakota. Cam McMaster, he doesn't give one care iota. I like this guitar.
Nice. Got some,
Cam
got some
McMaster.
body to it. Yeah.
Cam Disaster.
What are those?
15-month
They
veteran.
Wiggins.
they're Diderios,
Yes.
actually.
What?
I
Oh, you
drilled
made
them.
your
I
own.
drilled them.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
Fancy.
They're basically the cheap blue chip.
Now-
They're prime tones. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Jesus, it is too.
Yeah.
Right.
We should have a bunch of people
He
come
knows
up on
things.
15 months within the next month.
That's right.
Yeah.
What does that make them? Besides
That gives them the jack in the blanket.
the jack
Icon.
in the blanket. They get the
Jack in
jack
the
face.
blanket.
The jack face.
I like my jack in a blanket with a little mustard and
Yeah.
maybe some slaw.
You hear that, Jack? Okay.
No, I
And
don't.
next.
So we have a question from Alvin Smith.
Yes.
What kind of strings would you recommend for a 1934 Martin C3 archtop? And have you bought any Cocobolo Boucher guitars? If not, why? Thanks much. Love the show, Doug Woods.
I have no idea what to put on an arch top of that age. Do you?
Of that age,
It's pretty old.
probably one. Yeah,
I
probably
would
something
like a
that's gonna.
silk and steel.
Yeah, that's what I
type
was
thing.
thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Probably a silk and steel, like a Didero silk and steel.
Or
And-
GHS makes a great silk and steel.
That's right.
That's what I put on my mandolins.
That's actually what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
That's the ones that actually.
GHS
yeah.
makes a fantastic silk and steel string.
And I do indeed own a Cocobolo Boucher. Her name is Tarzan because she's filled with exotic wood and makes a lot of noise. And yeah, she's deadly. It's one of the best guitars that I own. As a matter of fact, I've talked about this before, but I have to go take it to Doug to get the G nut slot in the nut has
is
worn
it low?
out.
Yeah.
Because it had a porous
move it,
part,
yeah.
and I wore it out. But yeah,
That's an
it's one of
easy
my favorite guitars. One of my favorite. I actually picked the wood out too. I held it.
Yeah,
Before
right. I
it-
remember
Yeah,
that story.
I actually held the two pieces of wood in my hand before he ever turned it into a guitar, which is really cool. So yeah, absolutely. Cocobolo, Boucher, Robin, Jesus, can't go wrong. There's no way
You could
around
take
that.
Where was Jesus involved?
He's always involved. in everything. Can't
Robin
get rid
could
of him.
take an Amazon cardboard box and turn it into a fantastic
He probably
guitar.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your phone? Who's
Oh, yeah.
messaging?
Oh yeah.
Your phone should be in airplane mode, sir.
Sorry, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
you're in trouble with Mom again.
I had to take it out to call Steven. Next.
Moving on.
I feel I'm being attacked. Okay.
Next.
This is my goddamn show. You guys shut up. Go ahead.
We have
Next,
super
good.
chat.
I'm the opposite of you. Next,
Next coup.
Oh dear. We got a super chat from Ian Rossiter.
Ian Rossiter.
He says, moving house this week, packed up my studio. Do you
Really?
ever get to look at all your accumulated gear / crap and see where all the money went? It happened to me.
Yes, I have. A couple of times in my lifetime, I've been able to just sit there and look at everything I had in one.
Splendor.
Yeah, it wasn't splendor. It was absolute horror. But yeah. That was only because I was trying to figure out where to hide it from my ex-wife. Okay, next.
Moving on quickly.
Next.
Super chat from Michael Mercier.
Michael Mercier.
That's not new.
No, it's not. No. Welcome back, Michael.
I remember JP saying he got an Epiphone ES 335. Thoughts on it? I recently got one and put Seymour Duncans in it. It plays and sound incredible.
I loved mine. I actually recorded with it, but I did trade it off because stupid reason. But it needed a nut job, so the nut was not.
That's the
low
Epiphone
enough.
version of the.
Yeah. It wasn't just Epiphone; it was inspired by Gibson Epiphone.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So like this thing was just deadly, and I just happened to go into the shop in the Long McQuaid in Bedford, and the guys had this Yamaha Pacifica that had, or it's not a Pacifica anymore. It's like that idea, and somebody ordered it and didn't want it, and for whatever reason, and I played it and went whoa. And so I traded the Epiphone for it. I'm still a huge fan of Epiphone. I have several of their guitars here, but the Yamaha for me right now is the one that I'm wanting to use. I don't have a Gretsch for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I'm using small solid body guitars, which is really bizarre for me to even do that. So.
A lot of sustain, but
Yeah, but I was always a Telly guy.
yeah, me too. Yeah.
You almost ended up with a Telly.
Yeah, we almost picked one out.
Yeah.
We went shopping for Gretches, me and Chris, and then almost bought a Telecaster.
Telly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
for
yeah.
me, it's either the Telly or the 335 or 339.
Yeah.
Is that what the?
Yeah. Well, this 335 I had was just deadly. It was a wicked guitar.
And it was a looker too.
It was.
great
It was
feel.
a beautiful looking guitar.
Yeah.
But my Yamaha is pretty
Pretty
awesome.
sharp hanging over
Yeah,
there.
it's gorgeous.
It looks good up there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sky blue, flame maple. Oh, it's a beautiful guitar. I love Yamaha. Okay, next.
Dropping beer.
Yeah, Ginger, you're a little heavy on the cans over there.
Out of control over here.
Tone it down.
We have a question from Darren Murray.
Darren Murray. Welcome back, Darren.
Happy Wednesday, Darren.
Have you ever tried an Andrew White guitar?
No.
Andrew White, the player.
Yeah.
I guess.
I didn't know he made guitars.
I didn't know either.
Or it's like a signature model of something?
I
I
have
don't
no knowledge of it, I'm afraid.
We shall need more information.
Yeah. See, because he was a Yamaha endorsee.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because he was playing the silent for a while.
Well,
too.
not only that, but he also played an LL36
Okay.
for years that I actually helped get him.
Right.
And he loved that
Yeah,
guitar.
because you guys were. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I haven't seen Andrew in quite a while, and I almost thought, man,
Well, he was back in New Zealand, wasn't he?
yeah. But that guy was such a talent.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Incredible.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But next.
There are several people wondering who is the man under the beard.
Oh, we've already introduced
We've
him. His
introduced
name is Decota McNamara.
Is there any more information you might want to relay?
This is one of the best musicians I've ever met in my life.
He's about
Right
5
there.
foot 11 and a half. Wow.
What's his favorite color?
195 pounds. He loves long walks on the beach.
He has a liver and knows how to use it.
Favorite color is
Let's play a
chartreuse.
tune.
At times I go by Odin, but it's.
Odin.
He's wearing the Gunning
Are we playing
family
it too?
tartan
Yes,
tonight.
play it.
Yes.
What are we playing?
Whatever we feel like.
Yes, monkeys. Sing us a tune.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Dance,
what do
monkey.
we?
Tell
I'll
people
play my Boucher.
for one thing. One of the things that Dakota has developed over the years is this utterly bizarre guitar style. Tell the people how this thing is strung. I mean, listen to it. It's just amazing.
So I've got this thing in D A D A D E, and of course, well, we're down half a step right now, which is why it sounds a little off. But I play in this tuning. Just in this tuning, I very, very rarely play in standard tuning anymore.
Robin actually had to design this guitar to hold this tuning because the string gauges are so bizarre that you can't just put them on a regular guitar.
Yeah, I have to order custom gauged strings now because I can't just buy a regular set of strings because with this tuning I have to go with a 56. 42, 32, 22, 14, and 13. So because these two strings are so close together.
Wow.
If you try to tune up with a regular set of strings, you have to either go down to C, or because you can't go up to D with it.
What inspired that tuning?
You know what inspired this is years of listening to folks like Andrew White or the Goo Goo Dolls is really what really inspired. Johnny Resesnik was a huge influence on my early learning of the guitar, and I started toying around with alternate tunings, and I kind of settled on this one. So I was playing. There was once upon a time I was bringing 2 or 3 guitars with me. To a show just to be able to switch back and forth and not have to tune each one of them. But I had one in standard, one in dadgad, and then one in this tuning, and I eventually moved just straight to this tuning here. I started moving all of my songs into.
I actually remember when you did it.
Yeah, because it was right around that time, the first time I ever opened for you.
Yeah, when we started working together, you were just in the process of transitioning out of dadgad and different things into just this.
Yeah, I wasn't playing in dadgad as much, and if I was starting to move it over because this was still in C. I was in drop C at the time because I hadn't started playing with my string gauges or anything at the time. And then
we produced an album.
Odyssey,
right?
We did.
What's the name of that record?
It was holy crap! Within the Calloused Hand.
Oh, within the right.
Odyssey was on it.
Yeah.
And
we had so much fun with that record.
We did. Yeah.
And he had a version of this tuning in high string version. Remember that?
Yes. Because I was I had a second guitar. I had a little Art and Lutherie parlor guitar that was tuned up to F
with Nashville tuning strings.
Yeah.
Unreal. It's the only guy in the world that I've ever seen that does this, and I'm not educated in the people you listen to, I guess.
It's
because I have never seen this before, and I've always been just amazed at what you can do with this tuning, right?
I did so much playing by myself.
Yeah.
Like I didn't start off with any Celtic music or anything like that. It was just I was playing a lot of I started by listening to like Matchbox 20 and the Goo Goo Dolls, and then I found one of your tapes in the car. The Another Morning album,
yes.
And it mysteriously disappeared from the car, and I started learning some of your started attempting to learn some of your stuff, and that got me into more picking, and then I started playing around with alternate tunings, and I was in high school at the time and meddling with a bunch of different styles of music, and and then in high school is where I started playing live.
Yeah.
And
you're still out doing it now.
And I'm still just as much as I
high
can.
School?
Yes.
Best 8 years of his life.
Yeah.
Play us a tune, monkeys.
High school girl.
Yeah, buddies.
That's how the hell that goes.
That's how that one is played.
That's how the hell all of that goes right there.
That has a great sound.
Isn't that
very,
great?
It's very broad and warm, I'd say.
Decota McNamara, everybody.
You know what? I
Uncle,
think the
Uncle,
best
Uncle D,
description,
we call him.
the best description I think of this tuning came from Robin Boucher when we were in Kemp Shore that time.
Yeah.
He said it doesn't matter what chord you play, it always sounds happy.
Yes.
sounds-
Yeah, exactly.
It does sound
yeah.
really rich and full. It's
Yeah.
I'd call it romantic, is what it sounds like.
It's got a ton of.
It just envelops you.
Yeah,
It's-
it has
it's
it has a
really-
huge palette
It's so
of color.
broad, yeah.
It can be bright or dark
Yeah.
or like, but it's always got this edge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's killer.
So what
Great.
is it again?
D-A-D-A-D-E.
D-A-D-A.
Unbelievable.
D-E.
And you can't do it, obviously, as we've talked about. You
No.
can't do it with a regular.
If
set
you've
of
got a
strings.
regular set of strings, you're better off going down to C, G, C, G, C, D.
Yeah, or you'll pull your neck off. Just
Yeah,
about. But.
yeah. Don't go up to D if you've got a regular set of
And
strings.
this is an SG.
This is a Studio Goose. Actually, I think this is a hybrid. No,
Is
it's a Studio Goose. OMH.
An OMH.
Yeah, and it's the
SGM.
rosewood back and sides with the
Yeah.
cutaway. The cutaway is
Yeah.
really rare.
Yeah.
So
This is one of the very
Yeah.
first guitars
and
that I
I've
ever.
got my
Yes.
custom armrests.
He
that I
builds
built.
these. He can build one of these for any instrument.
So I make these. They're made out of whatever wood you want, but usually I try to go with either something that matches the bridge and the fingerboard, or something that matches the back and sides because it creates the contrast. So this one here is built out of Wenge because I love Wenge,
Yeah.
and the way that they're attached
Incredibly thin.
is it's only about a quarter inch at most. The strip of tape I use is a quarter inch, so it only spans the width of the binding, so it
Yeah.
never
Never
ever
touches the
interferes
top.
with the sound from the top. In fact, the sound with one of these on
louder.
is much louder, and it's much more true to the sound of the guitar
Yeah,
itself.
because your arm's not
Because you're
deadening
not
the top.
deadening the
You're
top of the
killing it,
guitar.
yeah.
So just to give a bit of an example, so if I put my hand on the face, that's the guitar with my hand on it. So that's, you can imagine with your arm on there, and that's without.
Yeah,
That's killer.
So
It is,
So
it's
this is
amazing.
meant
that's
to.
that's a double weapon.
it is.
The tuning is the first weapon, and the armrest is
Yeah.
the second.
So it's meant to keep your arm off the face of the guitar, but on top of that, it also has a lot of ergonomic.
It's more comfortable.
How long have you
It's-
been making those?
I've been making these for a few years now,
Because
and
a friend of mine used to have something very similar.
yeah, I
on-
actually have
on
a
his
guy
guitars.
that had bought a couple of them off of me, and he had an old Dreadnought Martin that he couldn't play anymore because it was cutting off the circulation in his arm,
Oh,
and
yeah?
it was just too hard for him to play. I put one on his guitar, and he played his guitar for 3 hours the next night.
Yeah.
He said he couldn't because he couldn't play it anymore. He couldn't play it any more than 10 minutes at a
Right.
time.
Yep.
And then he played it for 3 hours that night after I gave his guitar back.
They look great
There
on
you
a
go,
guitar
boys.
too.
Decota McNamara, the man of many talents. I'll tell you that. He does instrument repair too in Halifax, and yeah. So there he is. That's who he is. He's my buddy. I've known him for too long. Been years together
some
now.
time, yeah.
10, 12
Yeah,
years more
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, It's been more than that.
Yeah, it has been because I met you long
Yeah.
before I
Well,
recorded
we
you.
recorded that album. It's going on 10 years now.
Yeah, so it's got to be about 15 years we've known each other.
Yeah.
And just one of the best, I think, one of the best unsung musical heroes in the whole province, in my opinion. I think, and he's a multi-instrumentalist as well. Dobro, banjo. Jesus,
Right, you got
play
back into the dobro after
Yeah.
after we did that
mandolin,
recording. Mandolin,
shit.
yeah.
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 You kind of forced me into it. I was like, damn it. Actually, I ended up with your dobro. Didn't I? Didn't I buy that from you?
I can't
I
remember.
think I did.
You may have.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
But now I got the gold tone,
Yeah.
and you went on to something. You got something else, didn't you?
I don't actually have a dobro anymore.
just a
I
sin.
I went back to 5-string, so I
Right.
play 4 and 5-string banjo, and then mandolin, but I haven't had a dobro in a few years now.
No, I
'Cause I-
borrowed yours. That's what
And
it was.
still
Is that
have
what it
it.
was?
I borrowed it, and I loved it so much I
Yeah,
went and
you
bought
went
the
and bought
gold,
the gold
tone.
tone.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Because you had a Regal.
I did.
It was a
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember. I
Yeah.
bored it. It was it was at my place for a year. You finally
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, my buddy, what a
job, boys.
tremendous musician and a tremendous gentleman in this industry. I'll tell you that right now. That's one of them sitting
Few
right
and far
there.
between.
They are. Cheers to you.
Cheers,
to
boys.
Coot, the lovely Ginger. Who's next?
We have a super chat from Jeff Gallant.
Jeff Gallon. Jeff Gallon.
He says, Big John, honestly. As if you'd ever do anything else. How well do you think our guest tonight would do playing with Garrett Mason? I think they would rock.
That'll be a bit scary.
That would be interesting to see.
Yeah, because those are
would be fun.
the reason that's so scary is because both of you don't follow any convention
No.
We really don't.
in
I guess,
guitar.
yeah.
They don't,
No.
do they?
No.
That would actually be a good pairing.
That'd be cool. I've actually yet to meet Garrett. I've been meaning.
Garrett
he's,
is my
he's an
hero.
artist that I've been meaning
He's
to.
my fucking hero. That guy.
You cannot
He's
see him play it without having
Yeah.
your jaw
Yeah,
drop.
you just
ever.
Anytime
sit,
I have seen him play, it's been incredible.
yeah, you
but,
just sit there with your face on the floor, going like, why
Yeah.
do I even play?
Yeah.
After you hear him play,
Yeah.
it's just like.
Half
He's the
fun
best
of it-
guitar. He's one of the best guitar players, in my opinion, in the history of guitar.
Half the fun is
He
just looking
should
at
be
his,
in the pantheon
Yeah.
with all of them.
You look at his guitar
Right.
load at a show and you go, what is he going to do with
Yeah.
all of that?
Yeah. How can he sing a song with just a 4-string bass?
Right. But he does. And he's like a whole
and
orchestra.
kills it.
Kills it.
I never seen so much music come out of a one bass and a vocal.
Yeah.
It just freaked me right out. I couldn't, and that's just one of the things, the tip of the iceberg of what he can do. Right?
He's
You guys together would be frightening. You should. We
Yeah.
should try to facilitate that
That'd be
somehow.
cool.
We should have a guitar summit up here one night.
That'd be.
We totally
that'd be
should.
great.
Me and you and Garrett and one other guy, and Judd.
That'd be cool.
Oh, Judd and Garrett. Oh man, yeah. Okay, connects. We're not getting very many questions in here.
I got a super chat from Jim Waller.
Jim Waller, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you again.
I have a K&K in my 810 Taylor. Will using an amp mic to the PA versus straight into preamp/DI help with the sound, volume, and tone? Currently go straight to board.
Yeah, I would. I'm just so prejudiced for an amplifier. The whole reason I use K&K is because they sound so much like my guitar through my amplifier, and that sound is what inspires me to play what I play. I spent many years, 30 years maybe, or probably 25 years, at the mercy of soundmen and their equipment. Sometimes you have the best soundmen in the world, but they don't have a good DI, or they don't have a good front of house,
or they don't have a good sensibility for an acoustic instrument.
right.
Yes.
They believe that an acoustic guitar should be thinned out
Yeah.
to the point where it can fit into any 10-piece band or 8-piece,
Yeah.
5-piece rock band or country
That's
band.
the bane of my existence.
Yeah,
right
and
there.
so
Yeah.
so when I started using K&Ks and plugged them into my Fishman Artist Loudbox, the sound coming out was just like, oh man, there's my whole guitar,
Yeah.
right? And then the amplifier itself has a tremendous preamp. Like soundmen love me. They just take an XLR out of that amplifier post EQ,
Yeah.
so they're hearing what I'm
Direct out
hearing.
post EQ.
So direct out, post EQ, so they're getting every bit of processing that the Fishman preamp has, which is tremendously powerful, plus really good reverb, chorus, like whatever you want. There's all kinds of stuff on it. That goes out to the board, and they basically got to just set it flat and turn it up.
Yeah.
Now, this question was through an amp and then mic'd into the PA, I believe. Am I correct there?
Miking the guitar or
Miking the
Mic
guitar
an
amp.
Yeah, don't ever mic an amp.
not unless it's an electric.
You gotta think about this.
Yeah,
Here's the deal,
Making
right?
an amp.
Acoustic guitar players have it so bad because of what the instrument is. It's prone to feedback. It's a quiet instrument. It doesn't have the pressure that an electric guitar has, or an electric bass, or a drum kit, or any of those things. So the thing to remember is this: you're trying to construct basically a chain, and the chain starts with your guitar and what it sounds like in a room, right? So if you have a great guitar, that's the first link in the chain. Then the second link is the pickup, which in my opinion must be a K&K. I've never heard anything better than K&K at reproducing the sound of the guitar.
Because you're getting the wood.
You're
of
getting
the guitar,
all the whole
instead of
body.
having a wedge between the wood and the bone of the saddle.
Yeah, not even the wood. It's the wood of the bridge.
Exactly.
Not touching the top.
It's the bridge plate. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not even the same thing. So there's your second link. So if you put the K&K in the good sounding guitar, then your next link is getting that signal through a 1/4 inch into the house. And the worst way to do it is, there's two ways: is direct through a DI, horrible, and the other one is to put a microphone in front of your amplifier, because that changes what the amp is doing.
You might as well mic the guitar. At that point.
Exactly. So putting a microphone in front of an acoustic guitar amp defeats the whole purpose of the pickup and the amplifier. You're really just miking the guitar at that point, right? So
A louder version of the guitar.
yeah. So and that is just filled with pitfalls of feedback, EQ dilemmas. Your volume can't be anywhere where you need it, and then on top of that, you get some guys that maybe want to throw a little bit of you into the monitor somewhere for someone else, and then all of a sudden it's just feedback city, right?
Yep. And you're not going to get that out of the direct out.
No.
You're going to get the true sound of that pickup
Yep.
through the preamp of the guitar,
Yep.
which is going to be nice and clean
Yes.
and well processed. And those have a great, I'm not sure what transformers are in that for the direct out, but you're gonna it sounds deadly.
Yeah, it's flawless.
Yeah. If you do mic that thing with an acoustic, you may as well jam a feedback buster right in the guitar
That's
off the
right.
top, because that's all you're gonna have.
I've been using the Fishman Artist Loudbox for nearly 20 years.
And I use a company that is fairly. They make a fairly cheap amp, but they make it's a really great sounding amp. It's called Headrush.
Oh yeah, I've heard of
You
that.
can order them in through Long and McQuaid. They don't often have them in stock, but they make a small one that is about $300, and it's as true a sound for my guitar as I've found.
Yeah.
And it's got the XLR out, and I use it as my DI.
Yeah,
There's
that's what
no
they are.
miking it.
Yeah.
There's no guesswork. It's just. And that one there takes a 1/4 inch or XLR in, just like the Fishman.
And you use a Baggs Anthem, don't you?
I use a Baggs Anthem
Yeah.
in my guitar, so I already have my sound set up through the guitar itself. With a K&K, you don't. I mean, you can get the knobs,
Yeah, but they're not very good.
but with the K&K, you're just getting a straight through sound. With the Anthem, I've got my blend already set up going
Right.
to the amp, so
Yeah.
the Headrush doesn't have all the EQing and stuff like that. It's already sending a true signal through.
Oh really? Okay.
So I'm getting it's almost, well, it's a main speaker.
Yeah.
So it's going to send a true sound
Yeah.
for whatever is being sent to it.
Yeah.
So I send that out to the board because I know exactly what I'm getting.
And another acoustic amplifier that really has caught our ears recently in the last few months is the DV Marks.
Yeah, that's the Steven cells.
Yeah, they're making acoustic amplifiers that I find really impressive.
Yeah.
Especially the wee one.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it was just a
there's a-
killer box that ripped your
I
face
know,
off.
yeah, it's
and
just so-
sounded like it was coming through a full
Yeah,
PA.
yeah,
Yeah.
It just sounds fat and warm
Yeah.
and sparkly, and there's no.
Must have a big output then, does it?
I
or-
don't know.
No.
I don't.
I know this head rush has a 2,000 watt output
Whoa.
for a box about the size of your
Yeah,
fishnet.
yeah. Well, I gotta check that out. And we're gonna be doing some reviews on the market amps
And that's
too.
the small one.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds like them.
Yeah.
Because Stevie Mark's bass amp.
Yeah. Oh
They
yeah.
just started making these
Gotcha.
acoustic amps, and they're really killer. But anyhow, so there's a long
Jeez.
answer to the question, but I think we got some really good information
Yeah.
there because that's important. If you're gonna be playing a flat top, or an arch top, or any acoustic guitar live, you really gotta stack the deck in your own favor.
You do.
Right? You
Yep,
have to, right?
You absolutely do.
If you're not
Especially if
liking
you're
it,
on-
then
Yeah.
especially if you're on a larger stage with an acoustic,
Yeah.
you can really run into problems either not only being heard with the band you're playing with, but just being able to function with it, that it's not feeding back all the time.
Right.
Super chat from Tim Bennett.
Tim Bennett, where is he at now?
He's still overseas. in
Okay.
India, I think.
Love you, Tim. Thank you for being here again, buddy.
Thanks for making it worthwhile for me to set the alarm for 3:30 a.m. on
Wow.
Thursday mornings.
Jesus.
Here's to you,
I
Tim.
think he's in India.
He is.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Wow. 3:30.
We love
It's
you,
dedication.
buddy.
Love it.
Thank you.
Unreal.
And we have a super chat from Cam.
A Cam disaster.
Mr. Potato Head,
Back to
Mr.
Cam.
Potato Head.
in the best way possible.
Some music is so technically difficult that most other musicians aren't able to play them. Does it bother either of you guys with your songs in general from a legacy point of view?
You know what? That's a very, very good question. Because it's come up in my career multiple times that there's things that I have written that are very popular that no one will ever be able to play unless they study intently what I did. They can get by, and the sad part is it's not as hard as it looks. It's really simple. I am a cheater, right? I cheat all the time in things that I do. Songs like the Molly May and Another Morning, and these songs that people really love, and they don't know how they're played. Well, they just don't know how they're played because I cheated. And when I say cheat, I always try to play everything to get the most economy out of what I want.
why my tuning exists.
Right. So there is a part of me over the years that has thought, yeah, I should have done that a little simpler, maybe wrote more 3-chord songs, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? All the people that I listened to that inspired me to do all that shit, they wrote complicated music.
Yeah, they wrote their own music,
Right.
Which is what you ended up doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, I guess it doesn't bother me. And you're the same way. Your songs are not easy.
No, I write
At all.
I write so that I can play them.
Right.
And I don't really take it into account for somebody else to play my song. I mean, if you're taking it into account for somebody else to play your songs, then you're writing commercial music for something else.
Right.
Yeah.
My songs are stories. They're my own stories. They're my own ideas, and they're what's coming out of my heart more than my head. So it's, for me, when I'm thinking of like even playing some of JP's stuff or playing any number of different artists or styles or anything like that, it's a whole other headspace. It's like playing a different instrument. If you're trying to imitate somebody else, you're playing in a different key. You're playing in a different. You're speaking a different language. You really have to learn their language in order to do it. And
That's the thing. Like everybody who writes complicated music, like Lightfoot,
yeah,
the millions of players were drawn to him because of the complexity of what he did, and the Beatles,
yeah,
and Jim Croce, and the list is endless. I mean, look at James
Taylor.
James Taylor. Holy crap. His stuff is so hard.
You know when James Taylor is playing.
Exactly.
You know
It never
when,
hurt
you
them
know
at
when
all,
these
right?
players are playing,
Yeah.
and it's one thing to do your best to imitate them, but you shouldn't want to be them.
That's right.
You should.
Earl Scruggs told me one time, I said, aren't you proud that so many people play like you? That you invented something.
There's yeah. there's
Everybody
not.
does, right?
Right.
And he looked at me straight in the face and said, yeah, and it ain't earning them a nickel.
Yeah.
And boy, was that the truth.
Yeah.
When you copy somebody note for note,
Yeah.
it does nothing for you.
No.
It only makes the person you're copying look better.
Yeah.
But that's still awesome because emulation is how we grow.
Yeah.
We emulate. You might have emulated things I
yeah.
did. I emulated Chet Atkins. See, there's the thing, right?
Yeah.
This is the cool thing is you're a bit younger than
Yeah.
me, and you've already admitted that you've liked what I did
Yeah.
when you were a kid.
Yeah.
The people that the shoulders I stood on
Yeah.
influenced you,
Right.
and you didn't even know it.
And that's where
right?
the legacy thing comes
And
in.
that's the
right?
thing, right?
Yeah.
That's a case of emulation breeding inspiration,
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
not emulation for emulation's sake to copy someone
No.
else.
Yeah.
It's emulation as inspiration
That's right.
for your own two
'Cause
distinct
today-
styles.
Yeah.
You're a grown man, an adult artist.
Yeah.
You've grown
With my own voice.
You have
my,
your own voice,
playing
your
guitar
and I can
and-
remember a time
Yeah.
when you played things I played,
Yeah.
but you never play things I play anymore. I only see ghosts of me in you.
I play
right?
some of your songs, and they're nothing like
They're
the way
nothing
that
like
you
my
recorded
version.
them. Yeah.
But 15 years ago they might
But
have
they
been.
would have. Yeah.
But see, that's what's so great about it, right? Because it's like I said, the people I followed, when I play, the people that like what I do are liking all those people.
Yeah.
Because that's where I came from.
Yeah.
And that's incredible. So, yeah, I think generally speaking, the idea of leaving a legacy behind that's more understandable for players, it has no importance because it doesn't matter what you do, someone will be drawn to it.
There's nothing greater than listening to somebody for the first time that you're not familiar with their music and going, "Whoa,
And
there's
freaking
that influence. Whoa, there's that influence," and picking out and being able to recognize it, but still going, "Wow, they've got their own. They've put that together so well, and there's all these pieces to make up that sum."
And here's the thing, and we all know it because he's a musician too, so he knows.
I'm a musician of the knobs.
I know, but you play music too, and you know you do.
Oh my.
But for guys like us, it's a fact, and people don't like to admit it. There is nothing new.
No.
There isn't.
It's only 8 notes,
That's right.
and the ones in between.
I have never heard anything that freaked me out because I'd never considered it
Yeah.
ever. In 47 years of playing, I've never heard something and went,
If you listen to a wide enough variety of music,
yeah.
you've heard it all.
Yeah.
It's the combination.
And you'll see the connection
Yeah.
between all
Yes.
of it,
Yes.
too, right? When I listen to Michael Hedges,
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear Tommy Emmanuel.
Yeah.
When I listen to Django Reinhardt, I hear Pat Metheny,
Yeah.
and I hear Chet,
Yeah.
and I hear me.
Yeah.
I listen to Doc.
Yeah.
I hear, Riley Puckett,
Yeah.
and some of the
Yeah.
old players before
Yeah.
him, and Merle Travis. And
Yeah.
it's
It's a
nothing is new.
language. It's a
nothing is
language,
new,
and
yeah.
the languages
with an accent,
are exactly
different dialects,
Different
different
dialects.
dialects,
Exactly. Yeah.
and it's really cool because it's the same thing with every instrument. Whether you're a fiddler or banjo, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what instrument you play. Everything's already been done. It is just people putting their own personality, their own soul,
Yeah.
and their own set of heroes into their hands.
But
right?
that part of it, and the listening part of it, and the realization and recognition of the influences is also an age thing too.
Yes.
Because you need that musical experience behind you to recognize those influences.
Yep. And I'm
Which
gonna tell you something. It's interesting you touched on that, and we'll just stay on it a second. and this I'm sending out to all the young players out there, is that I notice a lot of young players, and I mean young, people that are 16, 17, 18 years old, starting to play, and they're actually going out and making money playing and stuff, and they haven't done their research. Stop doing that. You have to do more research into where you come from before you can consider yourself fully realized as a player.
I've seen a lot of people last, 1, maybe 2 years.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why, because you didn't get the foundation behind you. So if you were able to go out and earn money at a gig, no matter how much, the $100 or $1,000, you have enough talent that you should never disrespect your own talent enough to go out without your ammo bag full. And you fill the bag full of bullets with listening to everything that came before you as far back as you can reach. And you take little pieces of everything that's there and make your own style.
And who's the most recent example of that we know intimately?
Yeah.
Judd Gunning.
But Judd Gunning. Who you could have heard a pin drop in that hall.
Oh, man.
When he came out. And
he's
he did
17,
Stomp and Tom.
Yeah, he's 17 years old.
Yeah, but you can see the
Yodel.
popcorn spraying out of the top of that boy's head on fire.
He listens to everything.
Everything.
And plays everything.
Yeah.
It
but
comes
it's Judd.
out.
That
it's
is
fully
so
Judd.
important.
Yeah, it's fully Judd.
He's emulating, but he's also got his own take.
That's right.
Yeah. And
he's putting that batter in his cake pan and frosting it with his own thing, right? That's how it's done. So if there's any young players out there, I mean, take it from me and him, because we've been doing this all our lives, and Chris too has watched people and been around music all his life. It's so important that you study where, even if you just study where your genre of music came from. Go back as far as you can. Pick everything. Pick everybody's brain you can possibly pick, because it's all out there now. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify.
Oh my
it's
God.
on
Oh,
Apple
it's
Music.
so much
easier
easier
today.
When you and I were kids, you couldn't find that stuff.
No.
You could listen to
You were
records.
hoping
Yeah.
to hear. You were
And-
hoping
and
to hear
cassettes.
something on the radio. Yeah.
Yeah, you were hoping that some guy had a certain LP collection.
It is so
That would
easy to
have-
do a deep dive on a given artist or even a given song
Yeah.
of that artist today with the internet and with YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go down I'll nerd out on a rabbit
Just
hole.
put
yeah,
a
me
random
of somebody.
playlist on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
And it
things
blows
like
your
Spotify
mind.
and
Yeah.
stuff
Blows
like
your
that.
mind.
You can
Blows your
just
mind.
Yeah.
put a type of song in,
Yeah.
and then see what comes up next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
So
Killer.
let's get the last of the super chats in.
We have one from Jeff.
Jeff, get on. Jeff, get on.
Come on. He better be wearing that hat. Let me tell you friggin' what, buddy. You better be wearing that damn hat.
I'm going to say he is. I have no
I bet
evidence.
he
but
is. He's a hat-wearing guy.
Okay, good.
He says, Big John, you still can't play Gordon Lightfoot's in a window pane, can you?
No,
He says, I knew it.
I still don't know it. Okay, next.
Next.
You're going to have to do that soon. You're never going to get rest from the ribbings.
Good old Jeff.
We
Love you,
have
Jeff.
a super chat from Cam.
Cam McMaster.
Mr. Potato Head.
He says, Chris hit it on the head. Imagine not having Sunday's Dream or Working Man. A song is a story to be shared.
Right.
If you write for only yourself, then it's selfish not... Wait. If you write for only yourself, then it is selfish to put it out there in the way of others.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well
Anybody left?
That is it for the super chats.
All right. So the question tonight, that we'll put two more people into our giant draw.
The 48-week draw.
25 week. Because John doesn't know how many weeks are in a year.
Lunar eclipse draw.
Yeah. It's 23 weeks now.
Every day is a lunar eclipse.
Yeah. Okay.
And also, I just want to say that Glenn has announced his part of the prize.
What?
He is putting in the Sigma D18,
Oh my God.
which is $1,000 guitar.
Yeah.
So that's one
ups
third of the prize.
That ups the ante there,
Is a
boys.
Sigma
Yeah.
D18,
Wow.
There's every possibility you might end up getting 3 guitars in this prize.
Wow.
And that's fine. Whoever has the most when they die wins, right?
Glenn, you just ruined Steven's anniversary.
No. These boys have supported
They're
us.
going to come to it.
Supported us nonstop for 19 months, and this is actually a lot easier for them. Actually, just do one bit. They don't have to mail out something every week.
Nope.
Anyhow, I was going to do a real cruel one, but I won't.
Oh, I don't know.
I was going to ask how to spell Dakota's first name, but nobody will ever get it. So most I don't think anybody would. We won't do that.
I don't know.
So I want you, the first 2 people, to name 2 of my favorite guitar players. 2 of them. Only need the last names if you want, but 2 of my favorite guitar players.
We don't
can
care.
guess.
The first 2 people.
Apparently.
2 of my
There it
favorite
is.
guitar players.
There it is.
So we got all kinds of answers.
Holy cow. Slow down,
The
people.
first one to give me 2, we got Chet Atkins and Doc Watson.
That's
There
what I
you
was.
go.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Martin D18.
Okay, Martin D18. You are the 5th person in the draw.
Awesome.
And
Martin
this,
D18, send an email to us at jpcormier38@gmail.com. jpcormier38@gmail.com. You're now the 5th person in the draw list for this massive prize that's going to come out in another 23 weeks.
yes.
Ginger can't
And,
control the screen. It's going up
Screen's
so
just
fast.
scrolling, yeah. Who's number 2?
Luann Elmos.
Ooh, that's a new one. How do
Spell
you
that.
spell that?
Louann.
Oh,
Luann.
Luann.
Luann, that's what I said.
Elmos?
Elmose.
Okay, that's a brand new name.
And she said Chet and Doc.
Cool. Luann
Is she
Elmos.
the Tickle
Send
Me
an
Elmos?
email to us right now at
Can't say that
jpcormier38
live.
jpcormier38@gmail.com. You are now the 6th person in the draw. We're gonna wait for 44 more names.
And we're going to wait for 178
the
more
grand,
weeks
the grand prize.
and 2
is
lunar
going-
eclipses.
The grand prize is going to be massive.
Yeah.
A combination of 3 stores putting in. Glenn has put in the Sigma D18. Steven's going to announce his prize. Vince Mullen's going to announce his prize from Miramichi. This is going to be deadly. So,
Opera music.
I have one more question.
Opry music in Miramichi.
One more question just before we go.
Sure.
Can people buy those armrests?
Yes.
Yes.
Where
Yes.
do they do that? and How do they
you
do that?
can contact me at McNamaraguitars at gmail.com. So
Spell McNamara.
McNamara is McNamara. Guitars with an S at gmail.com. You can also find me on Facebook or wherever and send me a message and I can.
And his name is
We can
spelled
chat.
so you don't make a mistake on Facebook is Decota.
Yeah.
Dec-
I think we can
Decota.
put a link in the YouTube.
Yeah, we might have to do that
For that,
because
yeah.
if you want some excellent work done on your instruments or an excellent musician to play for your event,
I do
all
the
and
things.
he does all of the things. So
Corporates, weddings, all the
corporates,
things.
weddings, bar
Bar
mitzvahs. I knew holy
You
shit.
knew it.
Had to do that. It's you have to do a bar mitzvah.
I'd like Dakota to play at my bar mitzvah, please. And bring a real sharp knife.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
yeah. We don't have a moil. Can you help us? Okay.
Sorry, Jack.
Love you guys. Yeah, sorry, Jack. Love you guys, and thank you so much. As Ginger cues the music and cranks her up there, we're gonna do all kinds of things tonight. I think
Yeah.
it's only 8:00.
It is.
You know, we're just sort
On
of
the East Coast.
swinging
Oh,
along.
jeez.
I get
We're
the-
going to have a swinging good time here.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
So I got the thing going again.
Yeah. The train going down
There
the
you go.
tracks.
I
Happy
love you
Wednesday,
guys.
everybody. Play safe.
Love you guys.
Stay safe, guys.
Remember, the guy who has the most guitars at the end wins.
He has the most guitars at the end.
Well, yeah, yeah. Who
Yeah.
knows?
That's a fact.
Love you, Dakota, Chris, Ginger. Love you. String Theory. See you soon.